Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. I am voluntarily apologizing to Aaron Donald and am now praying that he agrees to fight Jake Paul Perna. Give the people what they want, Jake. You losing in horrific fashion to someone significantly stronger and tougher than you. Last week, Aaron Donald was accused of pummeling this man, DeVincent Spriggs, in a late-night altercation. On Friday, surveillance video was released, and it looks like Aaron Donald not only didn't assault DeVincent Spriggs, but he actually tried to stop the other gentlemen from assaulting him. And yes, I like using the word gentleman to describe street fighters. So today, I'll eat some crow and tell you why I am sorry, Aaron, about the video I made last week. Alex Smith announced his retirement today, which is a relief for all of us who were scared. He was one hit away from repeating his horrific leg injury. Jake Paul won another boxing match that many believe was rigged. Integrity, class, and honor. Just a few words people will use after I convince Aaron Donald to fight Jake Paul. That's good sports. Hey, if you like your NFL news videos with a twist of stupidity, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Today's episode is sponsored by Fubo TV. 7 months ago, I cut my daughter's umbilical cord. 1 month ago, I cut my cord to the cable company. And unlike my daughter, Fubo TV actually saves me money. I chose Fubo TV because they have the best sports package, and I can watch my Good Morning Football while writing in the AM. Fubo TV comes with over 100 of your favorite channels at about half the cost of cable, and has cloud DVR so you can watch anything you record on whatever device you choose. It's incredibly easy to set up. It literally takes just a couple minutes, and you can try it for free and cancel at any time with no 2-year commitment like you need with cable. So sign up for a risk-free trial of Fubo TV and get 15% off your first month by going to FuboTV.com/thatsgoodsports. That is FuboTV.com/thatsgoodsports to start your free trial and get 15% off your first month of Fubo TV. Now, the thing I am most sorry about from last week is using clips of Aaron Donald losing his cool on the field to insinuate he might also do the same off the field. That was irresponsible of me and manipulative. I'd like to say I'm better than that, but if you subbed here, you know that I'm not. I'm a sad, sad man. What I am not sorry for is learning how much I think the sports world wants to see Aaron Donald fight someone. And I know who the perfect man-child is. Jake Paul. I did a viral tweet this weekend after we watched Jake Paul win another boxing match where he was fighting someone smaller, older, whose expertise is in wrestling and mixed martial arts and not boxing. I tweeted that I wanted to see Aaron Donald fight Jake Paul. Over 11,000 likes on that shit. I think that happened because we were told Aaron Donald was already fighting, and he wasn't. But now we know it's something we need to see. We want to see Aaron Donald fight someone. Plus, everyone hates Jake Paul, and we all know that if he fought a man who was either a real boxer or was in their prime or not 36 years old or not 5 inches shorter than him, he'd get walloped. That said, I actually admire Jake Paul. He is a hero of mine. He's making bank by only fighting guys he knows he can beat and or guys who are willing to throw the match. All I have ever wanted as a man was to win fights. Tricking people into believing I was strong against guys smaller than me without fear of losing and then walk away with a ton of money. That's the American fucking dream. My other dream? Surviving a punch to the face by a premier pro athlete, so again, I could walk away with a bunch of money after I sue them. And I think that's what DeVincent Spriggs had in the works until he saw what really happened in the security footage. The great thing about having your own YouTube channel is that nobody has to make you apologize. There are no suits, nor are there overlords here at That's Good Sports, so if I make an apology, it comes from the heart. It is because I am legitimately sorry, not because I'm being forced to do it to save face. Aaron Donald is one of my favorite players in the NFL, and I am not pleased that I capitalized on what could have been a terrible situation for him just so I could get views on a video. And worst of all, the video didn't even get that many views. Even though the thumbnail had a swollen eyeball and an arrow, I used the secret weapon, an arrow in the thumbnail. Didn't help. My intention was to defend the man suing Aaron Donald last week because I noticed numerous people shitting on that man for being dumb enough to try and fight Aaron Donald. Based on the info we had at the time, that seemed a bit unfair. Now we have information suggesting that is exactly what happened. Mr. Spriggs was crazy enough to wait for Aaron Donald in an alley and attack him with a beer bottle. A bottle Donald mostly ducked, like when Roger Goodell tries to talk to you in the hallway, but did indeed strike Donald in the head. And that is when Aaron Donald's friends and brother came to his defense and may have taken the defense a little too far. Sort of like the Rams' defense taking the team a little too far in 2018. Now, Mr. Spriggs has apologized for falsely accusing Aaron Donald, and the beer bottle has also apologized for striking Donald's head, just to be safe. Nobody wants to be on Aaron Donald's revenge list, hence the video I'm doing right now. Is Spriggs, though, pure of heart? Is his apology genuine, or is he just doing it because he got caught lying via the surveillance footage? We will never know. What I can say is that it takes a lot of balls to 1, attack Aaron Donald, 2, then sue him after it doesn't work out, and then 3, again attack Aaron Donald. To Spriggs' credit, I think it's fair to assume with an eye that looks like this, on top of a lot of alcohol already impairing your vision, he might not have gotten a good look at who was beating the ever-living shit out of him. Basically the opposite of Ben Askren, who could clearly see Jake Paul giving him the TKO. Anyway, yeah, I honestly see how Spriggs might not have known which fists and shoes were punching and kicking him in the street at 2 a.m. So, Aaron, I am deeply sorry for questioning your anger management skills off the field. I'm also sorry for defending the man who tried to besmirch your name. And I am sorry that I am in this very moment using my apology to promote my coffee, BenchwarmerBrew.com. Maybe if everyone had a cup of my medium roast backup blend instead of one last alcoholic drink, they would have sobered up enough to realize how stupid fighting is, unless it's a televised stunt between a YouTuber and a retired MMA fighter. Jake Paul is a villain, and the world wants to see that villain beaten. Now, some crazy people don't think Aaron Donald could even hang with Jake Paul in a boxing match because he plays on the defensive line. Aaron Donald is probably in the best shape of any defensive lineman in NFL history. His motor is relentless, his hand-to-eye coordination elite, and his strength out of this world. He can literally pick up grown NFL players like they're nothing. Jake Paul knocked out an old basketball player known for being short and being able to jump high for a short guy, which is a useless boxing skill. So Jake or Aaron, whoever sees this video, make this fight happen. Now, Alex Smith announced he is retiring from the NFL after 16 seasons on Instagram, which it looks like he just started today. And since he cheated death, I love that his caption is, "Just living."
Whether you're a part of Niner Nation, the Chiefs Kingdom, or the Burgundy and Gold, I thank you. To all the men I had the privilege of standing with and playing alongside, thank you. I want to say thank you for believing in me.
Alex Smith was, of course, the first overall pick in the 2005 NFL Draft, infamously going 23 spots ahead of Aaron Rodgers. And as much as I love Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be rather hilarious when Alex Smith is named new host of Jeopardy! I do believe Alex Smith should be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for recovering from one of the worst football injuries I have ever seen. But since he wasn't good enough to stop Colin Kaepernick from rising to fame, the NFL will do everything in its power to keep Alex Smith out. Alex Smith's story is going to go down as one of the most tragic careers a quarterback has ever faced. He went from an afterthought as a high school recruit to somehow being overshadowed as the #1 overall pick in the draft. His best friend commits suicide during his 4th year in the league. He's stuck in a dysfunctional organization for 6 years until Coach Jim Harbaugh came along and brought out his potential. Harbaugh, the guy who resurrected him, replaces him with a newer, faster version in Colin Kaepernick, then trades him to Kansas City, where the same thing happens despite Smith being the winningest quarterback the Chiefs have had since Joe Montana. And then Smith in Washington takes a cannonball to the leg, almost dies, almost loses the leg, and 2 years later comes back and actually wins game as a starting quarterback for a franchise that most certainly didn't deserve him, only so they can cut him after he wins Comeback Player of the Year. There was the idea that he would go to Jacksonville to reunite with his college coach, Urban Meyer, but he ultimately chose C.J. Beathard as Trevor Lawrence's future backup. Gardner Minshew's future undetermined. Alex Smith is the only number 11 to retire this offseason that I will acknowledge as a good football player, and maybe the most significant thing to remember about Alex Smith, in his pro career he was a 49er, a Chief, and a Redskin. He exclusively chose teams who sourced the 1800s for name and logo inspiration, which is better to be remembered for than everything I just said. All red teams too, symbolic of all of the blood transfusions required to keep Alex Smith alive. I'll remember him though for being a liar, signaling to the crowd that he was okay here right after that leg injury, when he clearly wasn't okay. Alex Smith, congrats on a great career, and wish you the best in retirement. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. I'm on Twitter, @BrandonPerna, if you want to follow me there for constant viral tweets. And BenchwarmerBrew.com, @BenchwarmerBrew, if you want to follow our socials.